the first edition of the solo episode of the Pagcast. So today is just me, Michael Pagani, your host, and today we're going to be covering all that has happened in Hayden Sports to this day, October 3rd, which is the start of the NHL season. So there's obviously some NHL news that we can talk about. So we're going to be talking about Hayden Sports such as basketball, volleyball, and field hockey. So let's get right into it and talk about the junior Hayden basketball team for the girls. They are doing a fantastic job, coached by Mr. Larangero. So they beat their rivals Nelson 26-22 in regular season action. Leah Stone made some clutch shots at the end to secure the W. The senior Hayden team for the basketball fell short against Nelson 38-30. Hayden junior basketball team dominates Georgetown 38-21 to improve the record to 2-0. The senior team falls to 0-2 after their loss against Georgetown's senior team. So we also Hayden hosted a basketball tournament Friday, and the Hayden junior team beat Corpus in a comeback victory 27-23. They beat White Oaks Secondary School 29-19. They lost to the winners for Notre Dame, which is unfortunate because from what I saw, Notre Dame was a solid team. When I time kept their game, I could see them winning the whole tournament. But they beat the Oakville Trafalgar Red Devils to come third place, so they get on the podium. The senior team falls short and comes fifth. Now let's move on to field hockey. Hayden Junior field hockey team beats Aldershot 5-0. Now, that shouldn't be too surprising that Hayden won because Aldershot is really bad at sports. The Hayden Junior field hockey team beats Central 6-0. Sophie led the team offensively getting a hat trick, and to this point, after the two games, Hayden has never given up a goal to this point, but unfortunately, they gave up one against OT, but they still beat them 4-1. Let's move on to some football. Hayden Junior football loses to MMR 7-6, which is kind of embarrassing because you lose a game of a score of 1 point, but it's unfortunate. The senior football team beats MMR 46-24, a absolute crushing crushing defeat for MM Robinson. Now, the junior volleyball team for here at Hayden goes 3-0 as they beat Blake Locke last night. Now, if we could all join in and have a moment of silence for Joe Thornton's beard, I think it's a good idea to have a moment of silence because Joe Thornton's beard was long and furry. It's also hairy, obviously. But you know, it just sucks that he shaved it, and now he looks way older than before. Holy crap, he looks like a grandpa if I had to describe it. But yeah, just joining on a moment of silence and Montreal picks Shea Weber as their captain, and Paul Byron and Brendan Gallagher will serve as alternates for the season. Now, Montreal picks their captain, and he's out till December. He's out till Christmas, so it's almost like a Christmas gift. Oh yeah, here, Shea Weber. Grab the captaincy, why don't you? We'll see you after the Christmas break. But I think that it's a good addition for Shea Weber to serve as their captain. He did serve as Nashville's captain when he did play in Nashville. And I think he did a pretty good job when he was in Nashville, serving as the captain. So it's a good job by Mark Bergevin and the management to name him as captain. And he's the oldest guy in the locker room to this day. Paul Byron, one of the, or maybe even the best waiver claim pickup ever. Oh my God. Mark Bergevin, he loves his third line grinders, I'll tell you. But Paul Byron, he has grown his growth into basically a first or second line player is amazing from what I've saw, because I've liked Montreal for 6 years now, maybe 7 years, and to see Paul Byron the way I saw him through my eyes, it was just amazing. He's really fast, has a good shot, and I like him out there on the PK. He's also good on the PP, so I hope to see him score a lot of goals this year. Gallagher is also really good. He's a gritty player. I like those gritty players that get down into the corners and like to chip in there offensively, throw those big hits against the biggest players, such as Dustin Byfuglien, even though he gets knocked over afterwards. And let's move into some MLB action. So last night, the Rockies beat the Cubs in the wild card game, but before that, it was game 163, a one-game tiebreak for whoever wins the NL Central and the NL West, was it? So the Dodgers beat the Rockies 5-1, and the Cubs lose to the Brewers 3-1. Now, it was an amazing game. The game ended in 13 innings last night, lasting over 4 hours, I'm pretty sure. And I liked watching MLB postseason play. See, season play for 162 games is way too much for me. I find it really boring, even though I am a baseball fan, and I like to watch baseball on the odd occasion. So that's what I think of it. And the AL wildcard is going tonight at 8. But the biggest event that's happening is the NHL season today. It's finally here. October 3rd, the day that hockey fans across the nation have been waiting for. Montreal-Toronto is the main highlight, original 6. I'm pumped. I can't wait to see the Leafs lose and have something special to give the people that like the Leafs. I can't say it right now because then they'll hear it and it'll be spoiled. So I want to keep them guessing. So, and then tonight we have Boston and Washington, Calgary, Vancouver, and Anaheim and San Jose. So I am in a hockey fantasy pool. So I'll read my team. I had the first overall pick and decided to get Connor McDavid, Kyle Turris, Evander Kane, Pacioretty, Danton Heinen, Jake Gensel, Tom Wilson, who is suspended for 6 or more games for his hit on Oscar Sundqvist or something like that. Mikhail Sergachev, Victor Hedman, Rasmus Dahlin, Jonathan Toews, Evgeny Dadonov, Nico Hischier, Tyler Myers, and Connor Hellebuck. I hope that my fantasy team does me wonders this year. I think I got 5th last year, so that's going to hopefully be an improvement for this year. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this first quick edition of the solo episode of the Pagcast. It was my pleasure for reporting the news on the Hayden Athletics. There are many athletics happening tomorrow, including volleyball tournament, field hockey. There's a football game after school tomorrow. It's up against Milton District. Seniors play at 2:30 and juniors play at 3:30. So if you guys want to stay after school for that, I am staying after school to support the squadrons. And we'll see you guys all there. That does it for me. And I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. And off to the next episode.